are welcome there. Okay, so as I told, the application is very vast, and here actually in this particular your syllabus, we'll be talking about some Indian scenario, how in India actually the different organizations are there and different department are there, how they are utilizing this space-based inputs. Then we'll be talking about the urban and regional planning level, how nowadays the planning is like it is becoming uh, more use of spatial resources or geospatial sciences. It is used very vastly when any type of urban or regional planning is concerned, and also the use of this subject in the natural resource study, different type of natural resource studies, how this uh, particular subject is useful. We'll be talking about that also. And in nowadays sector like agriculture, then environmental parameters, and obviously about the effect of climate change and the futuristic aspect, what could be the scenario. So these things can will we are also going to have some sorts of discussion on that. Then disaster management, in disaster management application, how this subject is useful, will be again have some discussion. Then apart from that, some other applications are there where geoinformatics is vastly used. We'll be talking about that also. So but the slides are changing. Anyone please respond.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. In next slide, uh, in this slide you can see that there are multiple tasks of geospatial authority. Like see, sometime time limit for data delivery, then simplify a process to access data. Nowadays, what is happening? We are actually simplifying our process. uh, I can give you some example like before a couple of years, or I can say 5 7 years back, uh, getting a geospatial data was very it was a very top tax. But nowadays it is becoming very easy to get access to data from different government agency and also from different other sources. Then uh, in some cases there is a maintain of like fair competition. How like one example, suppose some construction are going on in a particular field, and like suppose some construction like some buildings, the building construction are going on, and suppose I am a boss, and I would like to monitor the status of that construction. So I can get the temporal satellite images of those area, like in the month of like January, what was the condition, and suppose this is we are in August month. So if I am having the data of August, I can access that in between these 7 or 8 months, what are the development taken place in that particular time span. So that can be monitored. And nowadays there is an inclusion of private sector for value addition. Nowadays so many private players are, they are just coming and they are giving very uh, beautiful value addition to this subject. So thing is that nowadays it is becoming very public, and the popularity is increasing day by day. Okay, so now in this slide you can see some of the national agency with their details, those are like associated with geospatial technology. Like it is known to you actually, like ISRO is there, NRSC, then Space Application Center Ahmedabad, RRSSC, Department of Science and Technology, Survey of India, GSI. So many institutions are there, those who actively they use the geospatial technology. Then now some of the application where geoinformatics is used very vastly, we will be trying to discuss on that one by one. First one is like in urban and regional planning. Okay, anybody from you who is having some background of like planner, or anybody who is having a background of geography or geology, can you please respond to me? Anyone having planning background, urban planner or something like that? Anybody? No. Okay. Anybody you work on any land use planning or any uh, not environmentally, but some kind of planning related to the use of like natural resources and other things. Anybody? Do you work on that? Hello? नो रेस्पॉन्स. चलो फाइन. आप लोग सुन रहे हो या ये ऑल मतलब सो गए हैं या छोड़ दिए हैं?
सर सुन
No, sir.
सुन रहे हैं पर बैकग्राउंड नहीं है सर ऐसा एक्चुअली।
नहीं है ना? नहीं, एक्चुअली क्या मैं क्यों पूछ रहा था, बिकॉज इफ यू यू आर वर्किंग ऑन दैट और इफ हैविंग सम आइडियाज ना, देन थोड़ा अच्छा होता है उसमें, मतलब इट वुड हैव बीन वेरी इजी फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हाउ इन urban and rural development or in planning sector, how this particular subject is useful. Still not an issue. uh, actually, see, ओके, एक बात बताइए, एनी वन फ्रॉम यू लाइक विच फ्रॉम एनी मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटी लाइक दिल्ली और चेन्नई और समथिंग? एनी वन? बलविंदर सिंह.
Yes, sir.
प्लीज सर।
Yeah. So I just want to give some example. See, for example, someone belongs to Delhi, and i- if we want to study the growth of Delhi, the Delhi जो the urban area is there na, so like before 20 or 30 years back, what was the condition, and now in 2024, how the changes are taken place, and uh, what is the trend of that changes actually. So that can be mapped, and we can plan accordingly. After like 20 years, what could be the scenario? Actually, we can plan by using this geoinformatics. But while planning for the future or proposed, at that time actually we need to have some other parameters. That means some other parameters are also we have to think, and that parameters has to be considered. So just giving you some example, spatial planning is now very, it is like we are using it very in a optimal way, and like land use land cover study, what was the condition earlier and now what is the condition and what could be this. uh, future scenario. It can be done very easily. Then say for example, if we are planning a particular city, suppose cities like your Mumbai and Chennai and then Bengaluru. In this city, we are having a the space is very limited, but the growth of population is very high. That means the density of population is quite high in those cities. So uh, we have to plan in such a way that like personally I was in Mumbai, and it is also known to everyone that with a very little rainfall also there is a uh, like flash flood like situation happens. So we have to deal with the urban flooding, and we have to plan ki like this much of rainfall is going to receive by that particular city. Then how those uh, water has to be drained, because nowadays what we are doing, uh, in a unplanned way we are just going on in construction of different type of concrete jungle. So the natural way of drainage actually it is obstructed. That's why different type of flooding, all the things happen. So in this way, like remote sensing can be, it can be actually useful. And then here in this slide you can see in the left hand side actually anyone what type of satellite image it is, anyone in the left hand side what type of satellite image this is, anyone आप answer दे सकते हो, anyone?
Triset,
Which one?
radar imagery.
No, no, it's not a radar one.
It's
Sir,
a
I think
Sentinel image,
it is
Sentinel 2.
it is Google Earth images, I
No,
think, sir.
नहीं मेरा my question is something different, whether it is a colorful image or ये black and white है.
Grayscale image,
Like
sir.
false grayscale as a
हाँ तो
false.
क्या उसको
Grayscale.
what do we say, we call it panchromatic
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
बोलते हैं ना ये.
Yes,
This answer actually I was expecting. So this is a panchromatic satellite imagery. Okay, so like what happened, suppose but in the upper one this is not a panchromatic. Upper one it is a multispectral.
it is spectrum.
हाँ, it is a color one, but in the below it is a black and white. So can you say कि why we use sometime panchromatic, or panchromatic image is why it is preferred in some in urban study actually panchromatic is mostly it is preferred. What could be the reason for that? We have black and white color, that is panchromatic. We have colorful image. So why actually we choose black and white or panchromatic? Anybody? क्या हो सकता है? You have idea about resolution? You know resolution, na? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm giving you a hints. Uh, in urban area, like we are having a network of road, like infrastructures are there, na? And different buildings are there. So that corner or the sharp edges, so these things can be mapped very easily in when we use the panchromatic data, because like panchromatic data is, it is high or it is a higher resolution type, but like the multispectral it is having low resolution suppose, but in some example, so what we do, we go for the resolution merging. we merge the two data set. Suppose an area, we get a panchromatic data of like suppose 2.5 meter is the resolution. Okay. Okay. And in the other hand, we are getting a uh, multicolor data, a colorful data, which is having like 5.8. Panchromatic, it was having 2.5 and color is having 5.8. So in panchromatic, no doubt the resolution is higher, but the problem is that sometimes if we are not experienced to that level, then we cannot distinguish different features. Okay, alag alag jo features hai na, we are not able to distinguish those things, we cannot differentiate those things. So solution is that if we are merging two data set, then in colorful image, if you will go for the false color composite, and you can give the color based on your customization, based on your need, so that in a fused product, or I can say the merged product, you are getting the quality of both the panchromatic and colorful, so that you can interpret well as it is having the quality of panchromatic, and you can distinguish different things as it is a colorful one. So in this way also the merged product is useful. And in the right hand side, you can see one urban sprawl map. You might have idea about the urban sprawl, the growth of urban actually. Here actually from 1970 decade to 2000, some kind of 10 years, 15 years study is there. So you can see in the yellow color, it was the situation in 1970 or 75, but the like this pink color, it is a case of the recent one like 2000 or something like that. So you can map the changes 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how it is changing. So that particular changes can be mapped if you are using the satellite imagery and geospatial science. यहाँ तक क्लियर है सारा?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then another important thing is that natural resource study. How in natural resource study, how this geoinformatics is useful. Here what we will be trying to discuss, like how in the management of ecosystem, environment, then like in the land resources, mineral resource, soil, water conservation, water resource management, then about the ecosystem, forest, terrestrial ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem, in all these aspects, the natural resource, so in those vast area, how this particular subject is useful. So we will be trying to discuss one by one. The first one is like how uh, in the management of ecosystem actually, how this like remote sensing is, or geoinformatics is useful. How, like, see, I can give you one components of ecosystem. You can see in this particular slide, okay, we are getting the energy from sun, then that energy is again consumed by the plants, and we are having atmosphere, then biosphere is there, then hydrosphere is there, so soil are there. So this is a one kind of like a chain is going on, na? A chain is there, or it is a continuous process. So like we are in our ecosystem, plants are there, consumer are there, and decomposers are there. Okay, so this is the law of the nature, and also it is a cycle one. So suppose when we say कि the like forest ecosystem, बोलते हैं ना कि forest ecosystem is there, that means in that forest the kind of flora and fauna are there. So we can study that कि in this, suppose in Amazon forest area, what are the flora fauna available. Like for example in India, we are having like Himalayan area, in Himalayan area, we would like to study the ecosystem of Himalayan range. So, and also in some reserve forest area or in uh, protected forest region, we can study those things. So, uh, if anyone, if you have studied about some environmental related things, and if someone having background of forestry and something, then this for them also this subject can be useful to explore more and more. Okay, then uh, no doubt in aquatic ecosystem, in forest, all the things we were talking about the land based ecosystem, but in the aquatic we are having a aquatic ecosystem also. Like there is a living things are there in like seas or in river and other water bodies, like in pond, lake, river and spring ecosystem. So all in these areas living organisms are there, and we can study them, how they are degraded, uh, and like some sorts of pollution is going on. So all and so other examples are there where it can be this particular GIS remote sensing can be useful. Then here I'm trying to give an example of shoreline changes, like in the coast of we are having a very vast coastline. Here I have given one example of the Odisha coast. So here actually you can see the severe erosion. So uh, see, the beauty of this subject is that we can get the the coastline. What was the coastline in 1930 or 40 decade, and if we are extracting the coastline of recent time, then we can monitor that no, actually in this particular 30 40 years or 50 years of time, the coast has been eroded, or it may be accreted, or like some depositions are there in those areas. So these things can also be studied. Okay, यहाँ तक till now, if anyone you would like to have some discussion, then I would like to stop here, because after that one I think after that your in natural resource management, yeah, some other applications are there, so many applications are we are going to study. So anyone, if you like to say something, then I would love to have the discussion. Else, I will be continuing with other application of this remote sensing and GIS. Yeah, Mr. Andrews, do you want to speak something?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Hmm.
In shoreline changes with your shoreline change analysis, which data is very comfortable to use shoreline changes?
See, based on your uh, availability, like open source, you can get the Landsat data, no issue.
Yes.
But if you are getting an opportunity to get the high resolution aerial photograph,
Hmm.
like I can give you example, while I was in Ministry of Environment Forest, Government of India.
Yes,
At
sir.
that time, we were given with data of like 20 centimeter the aerial photograph. So just imagine you are having a satellite image of like 30 meter, for example, landscape, and on the other hand, if you are having a data of like 20 centimeter, then you can you can see the difference, na? The detailed things that the detailed things can be mapped. So definitely the it depends on the high resolution of satellite imagery, but uh, I can say that Landsat image of having 30-meter resolution is also enough to do the shoreline changes um, in a like 50,000 scale, like that. It can be useful for R&D purpose. No issue, it can be done. But yes, for any practical implementation or for a very small area, see, for example, you are interested for a particular coastal area for like 10-20 kilometers of those land, then definitely you should go for the higher resolution
Okay, sir.
imagery. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anybody? No. Okay, fine. Then I am moving towards your next application, uh, that is in land resources and mineral resources. So in land resources, like we can study about the land cover mapping. Then also we can go for the geomorphological study. Then also we can again go for the land degradation, and so and etc etc. So many applications are there. Then definitely in mineral resource mapping, the like what kind of minerals are there. Then uh, like for exploration of minerals also, remote sensing can be useful. And so many other applications are there, that is like related to minerals and mining, that also, that can also be uh, like added in this particular subject. Then another important subject or field is that water resource management. So in right hand side you can see that monitoring of snow using AWIPS data for the period of 2004 to 2008. So in this particular 4 years of time, uh, and 4 and 8, and on the other hand it is a imagery of, I think, 1962 to 2004. So in this particular like uh, 40, more than 40 years of time, in this particular slide it is shown that about 60% loss of glacier in those time. So this is a very like beautiful study. Ki, without going to that inaccessible area of like higher altitude, the snow area, we can monitor that this amount of snow has been like deteriorated in this particular time. Then another important is like soil resources. So we can study about the different type of soil, different classes of soil, then some associated things related to soil that can be studied. Anyone, if you are having any query till now, otherwise I'll move towards the next uh, application, that is on environment, climate, and agriculture. So in this particular domain, we will be trying to study about the, like in hydrosphere how it is useful, in lithosphere how it is useful, then in atmospheric study, like we will be trying to cover some meteorological study, then air pollution related study that can also be included in remote sensing and GIS application. Then about hydrosphere, flood forecasting, and in agriculture like crop identification, आपका then crop crop area, then production forecasting can also be done, then cropping pattern, cropping system analysis, crop stress detection. So these are the fields where the use of RS is very important role to play. Okay, so I am skipping one or two slides because here actually like the structure of earth is given, like some discussion about the atmosphere and its vertical distribution of atmosphere, like troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, like that. So when I'm not going to on detail because you will be studying it that, but yes, in overview of hydrosphere, like we know we are having uh, like we are having 71% of Earth, it is like covered with water. So we have to again study about the hydrosphere too. Like nowadays, the human being is trying to explore more and more about the ocean. And now I think yesterday only I was going through an article which is showing that the your snow area on the polar in the polar region, we are having a vast snow covered area which is melting in a very alarming way or alarming rate, I can say. So and due to those uncovered of those uh, snow, nowadays the some valuable uh, minerals are exposed, and now countries are in a race to say that this is our area, or like that a conflict is going on for that. Different nowadays you can see that different countries, they are trying to have their ownership in those area due to those minerals. So another example, like meteorological studies. Nowadays in meteorological, different type of meteorological satellites are there, like GOES, Metrosat 5, 6, some series are there. So these satellites are very useful in collecting the weather related or meteorological related stuff. In meteorological application, it is very useful. Uh, Here actually, yes, application of UAV based remote sensing in agriculture. Nowadays, in agricultural application and also in different other application, like in surveying work also, the unmanned aerial vehicle UAV, its application is going on very rapidly. Nowadays, I think in some of our cities like Noida, Gurgaon, the delivery of some lightweight goods are it is done by the drone actually. So in that way, nowadays just think uh, how the like technology is just it is enhancing in a very rapid way. Now in this slide you can see some of the application related to hydrosphere, like climate related research, then cyclone or hurricanes forecasting, then prediction of monsoon, then fishery management, potential fishing zone study, then marine mammal research, coral reef research, mangrove studies research. So many applications are there where we can use remote sensing. Now in this slide, it is visible. It is a very beautiful slide actually. It is about application of in flood forecasting. In the right hand side, you can see this Morris data, and here some kind of flood forecasting is there, and see it is a case of actually Assam. Okay, the northeastern states of India. In Assam, it is a standing water. uh, that means what I want to say ki, in very extreme flooding situation, the area which is not accessible to us, we can have the satellite image and we can study that this is the scenario now. And before that, if we are having the elevation data of that particular region, then we can estimate by sitting in our lab that this area can be inundated, or this the people residing in those low lying areas, those people can be evacuated earlier. So these things can be done by using this application. Then okay, up to here someone, if you are interested, you would like to say something, then we'll be discussing. Otherwise, I'll be moving to the next part, that is on disaster management, how it is useful. Anyone? Manjit,
जी सर.
do you want to speak something?
No sir, I don't know about it.
In which subject you don't know, like in disaster management or uh,
Their application सर कि how to use मतलब जियो इन्फॉर्मेटिक्स का यूज कैसे इसमें मतलब ये सब चीजें मुझे थोड़ा पता नहीं सर.
आपका आपका बैकग्राउंड क्या है, मतलब व्हाट डू यू डू एक्चुअली, आप क्या करते हैं?
सर मैं मास्टर्स इन इन्वायरमेंटल साइंसेज हूँ और
ओके,
इस वक्त मैं इंटर्नशिप कर रही हूँ हरियाणा स्पेस एप्लीकेशन सेंटर में.
अच्छा एचआर सेगमेंट ना, अच्छा अच्छा. Actually, some of my friends, I think they were earlier working there.
यस
अभी भी शायद they might be working there.
हाँ जी सर.
Okay. So, like as you told, you are a student of environmental science.
हाँ जी.
So, I can assure you that in your future plan, you can use this remote sensing technology. And suppose you are interested for any like PhD kind of thing, then also this subject will be very useful, and you can go deep in exploring the environmental parameters. Okay.
जी सर.
चलिए, next we'll be discussing about the disaster management. So in disaster management, how this remote sensing technology is useful, so we'll be discussing on that part. Like it can be useful in both the natural disaster along with the man-made disaster. We'll be talking about the how in monitoring of volcanoes, forest fire, then earthquake, landslide, then kind of oil spills, uh, then flood forecasting. We already talked about it, and about the tsunami forecasting, cyclone. So in this type of disaster, actually how this application is useful, and how by utilizing this subject, how we can ensure the like very less number of casualty, or we can reduce the casualty to a great extent if we are using this particular application. Okay, so first one is about the monitoring of volcanoes. I'm not talking about what is volcano, all the things, but see, as it is a space-borne satellites are there, so that satellite can monitor the what is going on that volcano, and after the eruption, what is the condition now. So these things can be monitored, and if in those volcano prone area, if we have installed some like sensor, so prior to the eruption also, it can give some kind of like alert to the uh, people residing in that periphery region, so it can be useful. Then the same way, like forest fire is there, so nowadays the prediction of forest fire is going on that basis. If nowadays the forest survey of India, FSI, they are doing a tremendous job in the forest fire monitoring, and you can visit their official website. You can see that like in a near real time basis, the forest fire is monitoring day by day, on day to day basis, and you can monitor this particular region, it is having the forest fire, so that adequate measures can be taken to like to address those forest fire. Then in earthquake related study also, the ground movement, then uh, like after earthquake, like the damage assessment in those area, the role of RS is very important. Then nowadays everyone is informed about the Wayanad landslide incident, very pathetic, happened in the state of Kerala. So nowadays what is happening? Ki the there is a prediction. So many models are there, or so many mm, hardware installation are going on very landslide prone area, and you will be astonished to know that before 10 hours, 12 hours, or before 24 hours, or I think like 72 hours also on a regional basis, the forecasting is done. In this area, there is going to be a landslide, so that people can be evacuated to the safe place, and casualty can be reduced. Then monitoring of oil spill. See, in the right hand side, you can see that this is a synthetic aptitude radar image is there, where in the Gulf of Mexico, the deep water oil spill was there on June 2010. So these things can be monitored. And why it is vital? Because if you will think that there is no human body there is no human beings in the ocean area, so it is like, why we are going to study about that, and if oil spills is going on the sea. But that is not the fact, because there is a uh, n numbers of aquatic plants, aquatic animals, aquatic organisms are there, living organisms are there in the ocean. So their study is very important, and it is uh, environmentally also it plays a very vital role. If something is happening on the ocean, that is also having a negative impact on the land side. Okay, so these things can also be studied. Then application of application in tsunami forecasting. uh, Anyone, can you answer ki which organization is it is responsible, or it is a nodal agency in India for this tsunami forecasting? Anyone? किसी को पता है इंडिया में सुनामी जो आता है, अगर आ रहा है तो उसका कौन, मतलब which organization is dealing with that? Andrews? Mr. Andrews,
Sir,
do you,
okay.
which one do you know?
Seismology something.
You belongs to Andhra Pradesh, na?
No, sir. I belongs to Tamil Nadu.
Okay, Tamil Nadu, no issue. I'm giving you one hint. That center is located in Hyderabad. Okay.
Hyderabad. Shoot again, Manandi.
After the 2004 tsunami, okay, this
Yes, sir.
particular organization, uh, it was originated. It is INCOIS. Have you ever heard about that? INCOIS, INCOIS. Okay, this particular it comes under the Ministry of Earth Science. Okay, so what they are doing now, before the tsunami, before 3-4 hours of time, as some kind of earthquake is there on the ocean surface, after that only the tsunami follows. So there is a time gap of suppose in Sumatra region, like Indonesia, Sumatra region, if some kind of earthquake is happening more than 6 in Hector scale, in Richter scale, then that can lead to the your tsunami kind of things in India. And it can take a time of 4 to 6 hours. So in that time, we need to evacuate the people. We need to evacuate those people who are staying in the coastal region. So this is a very challenging task, and in this work also the remote sensing and GIS, it is the role is very vital, I can say. Okay, in the next slide, some other application. Okay, so now whatever we have discussed, we talked about some hydrosphere based application, some environmental application, and land use, land cover, some urban, then rural application we talked about. Now beside those, actually in some other area also, the use of RS is very important, like in social science. Nowadays it is using very fastly, like study of demography, then in business also archaeological study, then geoinformatics in health sector, then forensic science. So many, I can say that nowadays in each and every sector, actually its role is actually going on. Okay, so in demography, you can notice that how this geoinformatics can be useful. See, RS is not going to work here because satellite image kya karega. But thing is that GIS software, it can be useful because you can monitor that the population growth, then density and distribution of population. Suppose you would like to study the pattern of different census like 91, 2001, and 2021. So how the density of population is like, what is the trend? Then suppose the literacy, how or which area are more, they are having a good, I can say, literacy rate, and what is the sex ratio, then in which area the more levels are there. So all type of demographic based, like demographic based criteria or different parameters can be studied. Then like in transportation, logistic, real estate also nowadays the use is there. GIS is used very vastly. Then in health sector, as I was talking about, in health sector also the role of GIS is going on. So I I would like to end this today's session by this particular slide. Uh, ये slide I like it personally very, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है this particular slide, because here in this slide the agriculture and soil, forest environment, so many applications are, it is summarized in a particular, in a one slide. So if you remember this slide, then if you are being asked to write about the different application of geoinformatics of like a question carrying 20 marks, then also you can write about it. So thank you very much, and anybody would like to participate in any discussion, then it's okay. Else from tomorrow onwards we'll be tomorrow we are having a class, and tomorrow onwards we'll be discussing about the remote sensing and image interpretation. Okay, so कुछ कहना है किसी को तो आप बोल सकते हो, अदरवाइज विल
Yes.
वाइंड अप. या बलविंदर.
Sir, can you share the slides on daily basis, sir, after your class? Sir, sometime what happen, for example, me not attending the class, and I can go through these slides or get some
Okay,
points.
okay, no issue. I do apply for that because in the first class only, I from my side I told you to share the all the slide. It is there. What I do every day, I'm just making a new presentation. So I'll do one thing. Just
Yes.
after this only, in that group, I'll be sharing everything. Okay, from
Okay.
starting from the 12th August, I think we have started our class. So
First,
I'll be sharing everything today.
right,
Okay.
sir, right. Thank you so much, sir.
चलो फिर कल मिलते हैं. कल हम लोग आपका ये
Interpretation. Image
इंटरप्रिटेशन वाला पढ़ेंगे.
इंटरप्रिटेशन वाला टॉपिक से
या एंड जो कल का एक्चुअली कल का क्लास क्या हुआ, मैं एक्चुअली घर चला गया था तो मुझे ध्यान भी नहीं था. कल वो यहाँ हमारा वो था ना, रक्षाबंधन था, तो मेरे माइंड में था कि आज छुट्टी है, बट इट वाज नॉट लाइक दैट, छुट्टी नहीं था कल।
More
तो
question. Sir, Saturday is your class regular, sir? Saturday?
सैटरडे तो सैटरडे कितना है डेट आपका, ये सैटरडे ना 24,
Upcoming
24 में
for upcoming all Saturdays, sir. I am asking about.
नहीं, एक्चुअली सैटरडे क्लास नहीं है, इट इज नॉट
Okay,
देयर बिकॉज इट इज ए हॉलीडे फॉर इग्नो एक्चुअली।
right, sir. Only
Yeah, that,
five, only 5 day classes.
yeah, only 5 days, Monday to Friday only. And will be a class on coming Sunday, as yesterday we were not able to discuss. So I think you will be getting an email
Yes,
from IGNO Regional Center. So we'll be trying to discuss on. It will be like a discussion of this particular fast MGY 101. So in this particular like for 5 days of class, if you are having any kind of question or something new thing that you would like to discuss, then just make a note or something. So it will be like a review, or I can say it will be a very uh, interactive session on Sunday that we are planning to do. Okay.
okay, sir.
चलो, थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरीवन। अच्छा, आप लोगों में से एवरीवन हैविंग डूइंग द पीजी डीजीआई और समवन इज हैविंग एमएससी जीआई?
Sir, I am doing, sir, PGDGI, sir.
I am also sir PGDCI.
ओके, तो आई थिंक
I'm also.
all of you doing the PGD. No, actually, I was thinking कि some students, I think from MSc
सर
GI also there.
सर ये जो क्लासेस हमारी चल रही हैं, ये पीजी डिप्लोमा की हर रीजनल सेंटर की चल रही है, सिर्फ दिल्ली वाले रीजनल सेंटर की है सर ये?
नहीं नहीं, what they are doing now, they are actually सबका एक साथ ये कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि इसमें आपका सम पर्सन जैसे उड़ीसा में भी जो कर रहे हैं ना, वो लोग भी पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं। I think I'm not sure. I think in that way, but I have to discuss with the IGNO people.
ओके
Sir,
सर, थैंक यू।
can I ask a question related to the, sir, project or assignments, or
What type of question?
sir, is there we have to submit any project make on ArcGIS or in some GIS software? We have to submit any.
See, actually, PGDGI and PG MSc actually earlier that it was like it was a certificate course, PGCGI or something was going on. Okay, so in that actually it was compulsory to submit those assignment. Of course, for you also it will be mandatory, and but till now it is not decided ki what will be the topic and something. But whenever it is going to be done, definitely the center will
Ask for the same, sir.
yeah. But okay, I will do one thing from my side. I'll have a talk with them. Okay.
Okay.
And if they are sharing something, then definitely I'll be discussing. No issue.
Thank you, sir.
सर इग्नू सेंटर्स ने कुछ असाइनमेंट्स अपलोड कर रखी हैं जो हमें मेल के थ्रू आई है, पेपर
Okay.
के हिसाब से 100 मार्क्स की
हाँ,
असाइनमेंट्स हैं।
तो सुनिए, तो वो जो है ना, वो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा आपका, जो क्योंकि ऐसा होता है ना, मार्क जो है आपका, थ्योरी जो एग्जाम आप दोगे ना, वो फिर आपका असाइनमेंट का मार्क जो है वो 30 मार्क्स उसका ये रहता है, मतलब
सर
वेटेज रहता है।
30 का रेशियो चलता है सर इसमें ना।
हाँ, तो इसीलिए थ्योरी और ये दोनों का आपको ध्यान रखना है, ठीक है। तो उसमें ऐसा कुछ ये नहीं है, आपका जो भी असाइनमेंट है ना, तो वो बेस्ड ऑन आपका वो बुक का ही होगा। तो जस्ट गो थ्रू दैट बुक एंड आप उसको कर सकते हो, ऐसा ज़्यादा कुछ ये नहीं है। आप ये करो कि बुक जो है ना उसका हार्ड कॉपी जितना जल्दी हो सके, अगर आपको मिल गया नहीं मुझे पता नहीं, बट अगर नहीं मिला है तो आप काइंडली डिस्कस कीजिए, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बहुत अच्छा बुक है इनका। ठीक है, चलो, थैंक यू,
थैंक यू सर,
थैंक
गुड
यू
नाइट।
सर।
गुड नाइट, गुड नाइट।
हमारी